Welcome to Wednesday Web Chat. This is Carl Lewis, your host from Vision 33. And our guest today will be Ben Bratland from SPS Commerce. We're going to be having Ben share with us a little bit about EDI and all of its benefits.
Excellent. Thank you, Carl. And thank you to the entire Vision 33 team for the opportunity and for your partnership. And then definitely thank you to the Vision 33 customers and prospects for taking the time to join us today and for taking the time to view this. As Carl mentioned, my name is Ben Bratland. I lead the channel and business development team at SPS Commerce. I've been here for a little over 10 years and have spent a lot of that time in the SAP B1 space, so pleased to meet all of you. Really what we're going to cover today is usually in events like this, there's a wide range of experience. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time on EDI 101. What is EDI? Why is it beneficial to customers? And then talk a little bit about how SPS Commerce solves EDI and supply chain automation challenges for SAP B1 customers. So to get started, what is EDI? Essentially, EDI was developed by retailers to streamline the way they order and procure products from their community of vendors. Oftentimes, big retailers are buying from thousands of different customers, so emailing orders or faxing orders or picking up the phone to order more goods isn't necessarily a realistic option. So EDI has become the standard, quote unquote, for retailers, grocers, hardware stores, really any sort of buyers of consumer packaged goods to procure more products to end up selling to end consumers. One of the tricky little things about EDI is that even though it's a standard, everybody does it differently. But this is for reference some of the real common documents that we see exchanged via EDI by retailers, grocers, and distributors. So you can think orders coming in from a retailer into SAP B1 or into a distributor responding back with, yes, I can fulfill your order. And then a shipment information of your order's on its way. Here's how it's packed. Here's the truck it's on. And lastly, here's what you owe me for that order. So these are really the most standard EDI documents that we see, but there are certainly hundreds of different types of these. Specifically, why at SPS Commerce do we see customers need EDI or have these requirements? And these are, typically we see customers fall into one or several of these buckets. So starting on the left, I just got my vendor agreement signed with Target. They told me I need to do EDI. I have no idea what that is. Somebody help me. Or it could be I used to only have Amazon and I just use Vendor Central, but now I have 5 retailers and I've got all these different portals that I manage and every single one is different. How do I standardize this and use one service? Or it could be I just added a new 3PL on the East Coast to expand my cold storage capabilities. And I need a way to automate that process or some other supply chain automation functionality. Or it could be I just bought SAP B1. I used to have QuickBooks, and now I want to make my investment worth it and automate all my EDI processes with it. SPS Commerce, can you help me? Some customers fall into all of these buckets, but these are generally the reasons why we see customers pick up the phone and ask for help. As far as EDI in general, regardless of if you use SPS Commerce or buy software, build it yourself, or go hire a managed service, these are really 7 key components that you need to solve for to be a successful EDI user. You need to have some sort of technology to make it happen, to do mapping, to do translation. You need to know your trading partners. What does Costco require versus Sam's Club? You need to know how to design and configure that solution, not only to work with your trading partners, but to work with your own environment. What's unique about your business? You need to learn how these trading partners communicate. Do they want a VAN connection? Do they need you to buy AS2 software? How do you test and launch with them? And then once you're live, how do you proactively monitor your documents to make sure you're in compliance? And what resources do you need ongoing to make sure things don't break? And when things do break, how do you fix them? Historically, we see most managed services are going to provide you 2, maybe 3 of these options. They're going to give you some technology, they're going to help you set it up, and then they're probably going to provide you some customer support where you pick up the phone and then after 2 minutes they answer and give you some help. But they're not likely going to give you, the expertise in what retailers require. They're not going to help you test that. They're not going to help you figure out, do you need VAN or AS2? Typically, that's up to customers to decide with these managed service options. And what we see with customers who they think this is a good route for them, they end up buying this because it's a little bit lower cost, but they end up with the result is higher IT costs due to slow onboarding time. You need to dedicate a resource to be an EDI coordinator. You may end up with additional chargebacks because of all the time you spend onboarding and additional errors because you're having to manage this yourself rather than hiring an expert to do it for you. Often we see customers go this route, and then after a year or two, they decide, this isn't what I need. Not only do I need the all-in-one technology that I can do everything EDI related for me, but I also need people that come with my solution and people who have EDI and retail expertise, and then someone who's a market leader with a proven track record that can help me not only now, but as my business grows. So the SPS Commerce approach has been successful for a lot of customers. We have 35,000 monthly recurring customers where we are their EDI department. And they've really chosen to work with us for a few reasons. Probably first and foremost is our network. SPS Commerce is the world's largest retail network. We have 90,000 pre-built connections. 3,500 of those are big box retailers, grocers, distributors who are really driving the retail ecosystem in North America and globally. On top of that, 1,000 plus third-party logistics centers. More and more, we see customers want to expand their distribution capabilities, but they don't want the overhead of a warehouse. So they have one or oftentimes multiple 3PLs. SPS has worked with over 1,000 of them, and we build them out for our customers free of charge to essentially add to our capabilities. If you need a 3PL today and no one else has needed it thus far, we're guessing customer 2 for that 3PL isn't far down the road. So that's why we support that. The idea for customers is by being an SPS Commerce client, you're able to tap in this network. And as you add retailers and as you need new connections, you can trust that SPS Commerce is going to be there to support you so you can say yes to accepting new EDI orders. And so we've talked a lot about order data, but some of the value of that network is also the other components of what SPS Commerce does. So often if we start at the left, it starts at item data. How do I educate my retailers on what items do I actually have available for them? What are the pictures look like? What quantity do I have? What color? What size? What shape? What's the material made out of? And as we move to the right, you actually do need to get that order data. How do I get orders from Walmart, from Target, from Amazon? How do I respond correctly? And then at the far right, once I've sold them the products, how are my products actually performing? Are they sitting on the shelves getting dusty, or am I completely sold out and am I going to get a huge order tomorrow? SPS Commerce helps our clients with up-to-date sell-through data or product activity data so that you know what products are moving at what stores so you can make inventory decisions, purchasing decisions, manufacturing decisions. And then lastly, at the bottom, SPS Commerce has really built our business by helping onboard vendor communities. So if you're a purchaser and you procure products from many different companies and you want a standardized way to buy from them, SPS will not only automate that process, but we'll also work with your vendors to actually onboard them to your new requirements. So this is a little bit of power of the SPS Commerce network and what we do for our clients. And then specifically in the SAP B1 space, over 800 customers use SAP B1 as their ERP or system of record. We have 8 years of partnership with Vision 33 where we've gone to market together to solve this for clients, where SPS is really the retail EDI expert, and we rely on Vision 33 to be the SAP B1 expert because they certainly have forgotten more about SAP B1 than most companies will ever know, so they're definitely the resident experts in this space. And then as far as this challenge, if you're to approach EDI on your own and try to automate this within SAP B1, this is really the world you're looking at. On the left side, what is every trading partner requirement? What documents do they need? What transaction methodology? What connectivity method? What mapping do I need to do? And then once you figure that out, it's how do I get data into SAP B1? How do I create sales orders? When I ship products, how do I accurately decrement inventory? When I send invoices, how is that automatically posted to my AR ledger? These are the things that a lot of customers who buy a managed service or buy software end up having to figure out on their own. With SPS Commerce and Vision 33, We're essentially taking that SPS network, and that's really the left side of the picture. We have pre-built multi-tenant connections to all these retailers and all these third-party logistics centers, so you do not have to worry about that. And then SPS Commerce and Vision 33 for several hundreds of customers have automated the flow of these transactions in and out of SAP B1. So SAP B1 not only is your ERP, but it ends up being your EDI home screen. And so really customers just need to worry about maintaining your SPS Commerce fulfillment service and then maintaining SAP B1, and then SPS and Vision 33 are going to handle the components of that. And really to tie this together, as we mentioned, technology is the core of any EDI service. Every EDI provider is going to provide you technology. We believe with Vision 33, our technology is state-of-the-art and better than anyone else's. But on top of that, we're not going to stop there. We're actually going to provide you the people and expertise. SPS Commerce has 1,800 employees. Over 1,000 of those are on our customer success team, providing proactive support, looking out for you when things go wrong, reactive support, picking up the phone, emailing you, chatting you when you engage with us, and then delivery, ultimately making you successful after you purchase. And then it's the ongoing processes and relationships. Not only are we going to work with you to make sure your environment's up and running, but we're going to work with your retailers. When Costco makes a change, or Grainger makes a change, or a 3PL makes a change to the way they want to receive orders or send orders or receive shipments, or whatever the case might be, SPS is going to be the one to proactively make those changes on your behalf. So you'll likely get an email from Amazon or Costco saying, we have a new change to our EDI requirements, and you'll contact us and we'll say, yeah, we finished that 3 weeks ago, you can forget about it. So these are some of the other services that we provide on behalf of our customers. Then specifically, the product options. Our core product is called Fulfillment. It lives outside of SAP B1. It is just effectively all you need is internet access and a browser, and you can have access to Fulfillment to be fully EDI compliant. We can typically have customers live on this service in a week or two. So as you as a new customer, if you get an urgent need from a retailer to do business with them, you can trust that you can come to us. You're going to be able to say yes to that EDI order, and we can get you live in a short order. This is also a very user-friendly and low-cost solution. We have customers who pay us as little as $99 a month to have this, and they're fully EDI compliant. And then as you can see for that target purchase order there on the left side, we actually guide our customers for each retailer what are the different requirements they have and what are the next steps that you need to do to fulfill their orders. And then for customers who have maybe more EDI volume or more complex requirements, SPS Commerce has partnered with Vision 33 to automate all of this directly inside of SAP B1. So you can see on the left side there, in your SAP environment, there will actually be an SPS Commerce module there where you can manage the setup of your items, your cross-referencing, your unit of measure conversions. We're going to automatically create sales orders in SAP B1 for you. You're going to be able to print your UCC 128 labels, your branded packing slips, send ASNs, all of those things directly from here. We're going to allow you to, when you post invoices, have that be how you actually share your invoices with your retail customers. So really, we want to leverage the native SAP B1 workflow to make you EDI compliant. So this is the service we provide customers. And then all of that is rounded out with our support. So as I mentioned earlier, some component of your support is SPS plus you. We are going to support you with whether you pick up the phone and call us, chat us, contact us from within the product. But we're also going to pretty proactively manage your account to make sure, hey, we saw 10 of your ASNs fail out last week, all because of a unit price mismatch. Let's get that fixed so you don't have that anymore. And then also it's with your trading partners. As your trading partners make changes, with SPS Commerce being your EDI department, it's our responsibility to take care of those changes on your behalf. And then lastly, training and education. There will be lots of options for training, whether it's custom one-on-one training, it could be pre-scheduled training videos that you get access to, or even just chatting or FAQs within the product. This is a standard part of our service at no additional cost. In summary, what this means for customers is SPS Commerce, we are a full-service EDI provider. We are your EDI department. We provide the technology. We pick up the phone and call your retailers to coordinate testing with them. We're going to design your solution. You don't need VAN AS2. We provide that for you. As I mentioned, we coordinate with the retailers for testing, and we provide that ongoing access and monitoring of your environment. Really with the goal of, we don't want our customers to ever feel like they need to be the EDI expert. We want to be with you through the whole process. So as I mentioned, setup. Most EDI providers or managed services are going to install their module on your B1 environment, and then they're going to get out of the way, and it's going to be your job to take it from there. SPS Commerce, we're going to install your integration. We're going to be the ones to coordinate with your retailers to get test orders, to send back test ASNs and labels and invoices. We'll manage that process for you, and then we'll help you get to go live, help you get into production, and then for ongoing, we're going to manage your transactions on your behalf. Eventually, all in all, with the goal of providing a higher level of service for our customers at ultimately a lower total cost of ownership, because our clients don't need to have EDI experts in-house. You get to worry about what you do best. That's manufacturing, distributing goods, and hopefully making money on that, and let us take care of the EDI headaches. With that, I wanted to open it up for questions. Not sure if we've seen any from the audience. Carl?
I've actually had one here, Ben. This is the question. Is sales data analysis available if you currently use SPS web forms?
Yes, it is. So our sales analytics, or our sell-through analytics, is a separate service from our EDI services. So even if you're not an EDI customer of ours, you can get sell-through analytics. We would just want to connect to figure out the retailers that you sell to today, and then work on what that would be for you. Essentially, it's giving customers visibility into what is actually scanned at the cash register. Or it could be, even for something like Amazon, what's left their distribution center to be shipped to an end consumer. To really give you, rather than waiting for your next order to make purchasing and manufacturing decisions, every day you can be mailed a report of new sales by SKU, by product category, by geography, so that you can make those decisions about how to manage your inventory and how to manage your sales.
That sounds like a great way to get in front of demand issues that
Most
might
certainly.
So a little less reactionary and more proactive, for sure.
Yeah, we really see customers use that to take their discussions with their retailers from, you're the buyer, I'm the seller, tell me how much you want to order, to more collaborative, to helping them make better buying decisions, and you make better selling decisions.
I had a second question here. How much time do you recommend to set aside to build forms and get the integrated module into the SAP Business One platform? I think the question there, Matt, is really, how much time does it take from the data customer says, okay, I want to implement this, for it to actually happen?
Yeah, certainly. So, it's every customer is a little bit different. How many retailers do you have? How many SKUs do you have? How many different ways do you pick and pack? Do you have your own warehouse? Do you use one or multiple 3PLs? These are some of the factors that go into a timeline. In general, if I quote a timeline to 100 SAP B1 customers, typically we see, when you sign the contract to when you have your very first trading partner live, is typically around 6 weeks. And that's the most time it takes to set up a trading partner, is that first one, because we're doing things like automating the way you pack shipments, so that when an order comes in, we can tell your warehouse how to pack it to send that ASN out the door. And it could be things like automatically routing orders to your 3PL and getting shipments back to create that ASN, or making sure we have your SKUs set up properly with discounting in there, and terms and allowances, and unit of measure conversion, and things like retailer cross-referencing to get set up. So all of that is really done in that first trading partner. So after that 6 weeks, we have your first trading partner live. Typically, we can do 1 or 2 trading partners a week from there. So certainly there's some economies of scale in our efficiencies as we implement for clients.
I've just seen it, the first one, that's the big challenge, but after that, the system's up, operational, working, and it's much easier to blend in additional trading partners or add a 3PL or, whatever it may be subsequent to that first trading partner. Well, those are the only 2 questions we have, Ben, and I apologize for calling you Matt. I was looking at the screen and I saw the name Matt and it just came out.
No worries, I get that a lot.
Thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. And Ben, thank you for being our presenter. We appreciate the time. And we'll see you all
Absolutely.
again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll see everyone again on the next edition of Wednesday Web Chat.